Hello, this is the second installment in the low-hanging fruit series for not spending an independently wealthy person's sum of money on audio equipment, but getting sort of a Pareto 80-20 gain. And, you know, I've read up a lot about conditioning one's power and noise from your mains, your AC from your utility provider, and I wanted to upgrade my surge protection anyways, and I thought, well, why not add, if you spend about $50 more in the US, you can get some significantly better power conditioning, not only better surge suppression and voltage spike protection, but also some power conditioning to quiet down the power going into your devices, your audiophile or just regular consumer grade electronic devices. So this is Furman PST8D. I'll put a link on Amazon at the bottom of the description of the video. But this has a power conditioner in it. You can see it's quite large. It's fairly hefty. It's not like 80 pounds or something like that, but it's not light. It's not a cheap plastic. And this is my iPhone with this Studio 6 digital app. It's a bunch of sound analyzers and audiophiles would probably laugh that I'm using the internal mic on my iPhone to drive it, but it's actually a pretty sensitive instrument. And it has a pretty full suite. I didn't buy the full suite. I'm just using the standard version, and I'll link to that as well. But this is a SPL meter. It's your decibels. You can see I'm yakking at about 72 decibels there. All right, there we go, 40 decibels. I quieted down there to see what it's about 35, closer to my system over there at the left speaker that happens to be closer to the receiver, and I measured no measurable increase, at least with this instrument. The Harman Kardon HK3490, which I'll detail in another video, which I one day may upgrade, is a very quiet amp for something that in 2008 dollars cost me less than $300. Although I did notice by 2015 when they were clearing out their stock, they had gone up to $400. So I think the word kind of got out. It's a very good high current capability stereo receiver, 2-channel. It has a huge transformer in there designed for a home theater amp, but it's only 2-channel. It's got huge power capacitors. This thing reminds me of a Japanese Technics or Sansui or Pioneer, these vintage 70s Japanese receivers. This is a very long-winded way of saying this is a quiet receiver. So when I have a line or a CD input, it didn't increase the decibels on this meter measurably. It was still like 35, 36 decibels. Basically the ambient noise in the room. The phono stage, I got to 50 decibels. It was like 50.4. It kind of hovered, but call it an even 50 decibels. So obviously phono stage, completely analog, step-up transformer in my moving coil cartridge. Phono stage, it's an old analog amplifier. It's going to be noisy, and that honestly is what I'm really trying to quiet down here. And I'm going to be interested to see if the hum at full volume with no music playing is lower than the 50 decibels. So I'm going to hook it up. This does have separate plugs for your digital devices, whatever. I'm not going to use the satellite jacks or the phone, but these are for your digital devices, and your analog, which would be like my turntable or cassette player. I do have a dual automatic reverse Techniques cassette deck for some reason. I rarely play cassettes. I have some Christmas music on cassette that's pretty good still. But it does separate analog and digital. Am I going to take it apart to prove that? No. But, if the Amazon reviews were were completely lying. I mean, they could counterfeit and fake it, but I trust them. I think this is a real article, and I do believe that they separated these. I think it's one of the reasons why this thing is so darn big, besides the fact that there are the outlets that there are. You need a lot more room if you're going to separate have a separate, set of power jacks, power ports for your analog and digital devices. So the cost and the fact that this thing is so large, it lends itself to me having a lot of faith that they actually did it right in there. So let me quit yakking here and show everyone what I hope to be an improvement in my at least my phono stage line bass noise floor for my system. Okay, just for illustrative purposes, took both this Furman strip out of the box. This is the Belkin unit that was in there. I've used this for years. Who knows if it's even good anymore. But I'm sorry, this is going to be like my speaker cables, I think. You can't tell me that, unless they put lead shot in there or something, there's some stuff going on in there that's not in here. So I can't believe that whatever noise suppression, power conditioning, and cleaning that's going on in there can possibly just be a placebo and snake oil and not do anything. And by the way, it was a 54 decibel reading I got off of my phono stage at full volume with no music playing. So it's even higher than I stated. I stated at 50.4. It is 54 dB, just raw amplifier hum coming out of my phono stage and turntable head shell or cartridge when no music is playing at full, like I will clip and kill my speakers volume. So this is not going to have to work very hard to quiet that down, I don't think. So we shall see. Be interesting here. Nice little scientific experiment. Not highly scientific, but I'm controlling for variables here. So I think this should be a good demonstration. Alright, so not as dramatic as I was predicting. I dropped off about 1 dB from 54 to around 53. One thing I did notice as I took the iPhone away and I put my ear up to it was that the hum had gone away. Like the kind of the drone, the hum that you hear sometimes in an analog apparatus like a phono circuit or a hot mic or something like that, that was sharply reduced. I feel really geeky talking about the tone of my white noise running through my receiver amplifier, but and my phono stage, but yeah, I honestly did tell a difference between this under $20 little power strip surge protector and the I think it's about $100. You'll see the Amazon link and you can go see for yourself. Significantly better. The biggest thing is, I still don't think I wasted my money because if my equipment as it is, and then even if I want to upgrade my equipment, it's not about investment. So did I get $100 of white noise floor, reduction? No, but that's not all I was paying for. I was also paying for a significantly better surge protection. This is an unlimited joule rating, and it protects against voltage spikes. So brownouts or surges, lightning storms, electrical storms. This does it all. And to me, for $100 compared to the thousands you can spend on high-end audio gear, I don't think that's a lot to ask. So more of a noise floor tonal change than a overall lowering of the noise floor. But honestly, I didn't have a lot of complaints in that department to begin with. But I'm going to go listen to Eye in the Sky, Alan Parsons LP I have. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a... you need to get a different phono stage or a different cartridge, or you physically need to change your system, not just your power, to get that big of a gain. But I'm just going to... Because I want to listen to the LP anyways, it's a good LP. I'm going to try that out, and I'll report back. As a follow-up after listening to the Alan Parsons Project LP the other night, I wanted to confirm that indeed I did notice a difference in the audio quality, at least from my phono stage and my Harman Kardon unit. I'm not going to say that it's like I spent $1,000 on a piece of equipment, but for the $100 I spent, in addition to gaining the significantly better surge suppression and protection for all of my devices plugged into this strip, I noticed a difference in the dynamics of the music, and a slight difference in the cleanliness of the sound, an enhancement of the tone. These are not night and day differences, and no, if I spent $100 roughly to solely enhance the audio quality, do I think I got all 100 of those dollars in value? No. But again, that was only part of the reason I bought this. The primary reason was to upgrade my surge suppression, which I believe I got. So in conjunction with the improvement in the surge suppression, I truly believe that I got an enhancement in the quality of the audio, and in that I got the enhancement in audio quality and enhancement in surge suppression, surge protection. I think this product is a good value, and it's low-hanging fruit.